They are the ones on the front lines, nurses and doctors fighting the battle against the coronavirus.
I saw the nurses in the ICU step up and be brave. I saw the doctors step up and be brave where we didn't know what we were facing.
Tonight, we're hearing what the past 7 months have been like.
Only on 5, Ryan Hughes speaks with the healthcare heroes at a Boca Raton hospital and gives you an inside look at the COVID unit.
For more than 50 years, Alan Levy has been practicing putting.
I'll shoot high 80s, low 90s.
Working to master his golf game.
It's not a team sport, it's an individual challenge.
But during a tournament in mid-March, his biggest battle began on the golf course.
I started feeling headachy and feverish.
Days later, he was admitted into Boca Raton Regional Hospital. The 66-year-old was battling the coronavirus.
They'd given me less than 10% chance to live. I didn't know I had it, because next thing I know, I woke up from a coma.
Levy spent 17 days on a ventilator. He had kidney failure and in desperate need of dialysis. SANDI BOULAIS was one of the nurses at his side. Levy's family not allowed inside the ICU.
They were hysterical. He was crying. He couldn't even hold anything in his hand, so we were holding the Zoom for him.
For more than 7 months, these nurses and doctors have been fighting exhaustion.
It's no lying that in the beginning, it was pretty, terrifying.
And mental fatigue as COVID cases surged in South Florida.
One of the hardest moments that I've had to face was, the death of young patients, and young and fairly healthy patients. Our youngest was 38 years old.
Because of safety risks, WPTV could not step onto the COVID ward, but Boca Regional providing us this video, an inside look where many patients fight to survive. It's where Dr. Ashish Nilpani spends his days taking care of the sickest patients, while each night fearing he could bring the virus home to his young family.
As soon as I went home, I used to drop on my whole clothes in the garage, go to take shower immediately and stay in the guest room downstairs.
Doctors say hospital admissions for COVID have been decreasing at Boca Regional, and masks and social distancing are working.
I believe that if you lift any or all of those restrictions, the numbers will spike.
We're told nearly 100 patients died from the virus in this hospital since March.
It's very painful when the family's either on Zoom or on the phone and they're crying and the patient's dying. So those are things you never get over.
These heroes have experienced the lowest of lows, but there have been nearly 700 victories. Like Mr. Levy, being discharged from the hospital weeks later with a new appreciation.
I credit the hospital for saving my life, the nurses. I had this miracle that I was able to survive this terrible disease.
And a chance to get back on the green. In Boca Raton, Ryan Hughes, WPTV, News Channel 5.
And we will be forever indebted to all of our frontline heroes.